Hi, welcome to the Rittner Floral School in Boston, Mass. I'm Dr. Steve Rittner, and it's a pleasure to welcome you into one of our classrooms today. The time of the year, spring. The holiday, Easter. The subject of this video, how to create a simple Easter display for your home. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Easter is a very, very neat holiday. It's a neat holiday because it's complex. We can approach it on a number of different levels. For the deeply pious, it stands for the resurrection. However, Easter also is a holiday that represents spring, and it represents the renewal of nature after a cold and hard winter. We can play with all of these various levels of Easter in our displays. One reason why the concept of the hare or the bunny is so popular is because they stand for rejuvenation and renewal. Similarly, eggs stand for renewal and rejuvenation. And so we have a simple little pottery container here. It's a very, very neat one with a little arrangement in it. It has some roses, some statice, a few eggs in it to symbolize Easter in our little bunny container. But I did say that this is going to be a video dealing with how to come up with interesting displays for Easter. Well, if one is good, maybe two are better. And here's another example, a very, very simple one, using similar materials. We have some mini carnations in here, some statice, some of the green athos palms, a rose tucked into the back. It's a very, very simple kind of thing. So you could start with a very, very simple display of just several bunnies that happen to represent the Easter holiday, and it gives kind of a good feel for what this is all about. This could be placed on a mantle, it could be placed in an entry area, possibly in a window. It could be placed somewhere on a table, maybe in your living room or sitting room. In other words, a very, very simple grouping of several designs to get across the theme of Easter. Now, I did say displays for Easter, and let's see how we can come up with variations on this. This is a very, very simple kind of display. But what if we were to take this and add a little bit more complexity to it? For example, playing with the theme of rejuvenation and the renewal of nature, here is another arrangement. It is very, very pretty. It's built on a column, as you can see, built on a column. And you've got here a combination of things. Hot pink carnations, light mini carnations, green athos palms, yellow daisy palms, a variety of things built up on a column here of glass. And then we have within the column, again, our Easter egg theme. And placing this with our little bunny, now you've got a nice, very, very cute little display of flowers that you could use for this holiday. Now we can make it even more complex, and then once again add our other bunny to it, and now you've got something a little bit more complicated. In other words, when we're talking in terms of coming up with displays for Easter, we can use groupings of things. They don't have to be complicated, they don't have to be many of them, but 2 or 3 things placed together make a little bit more impact and really can have quite a nice effect when you're greeting folks into your home at this time of year. Now, this happens to be something that plays on the whimsical renewal of nature concept of the holiday. Let's play with something that is going to be a little bit more serious. And as you can see, I'm gradually moving these away. And we're going to take this one down too. And let's see how we can come up with a more serious kind of concept for the holiday. And here we've got something a little bit more serious. We've got our Madonna. It gets in the religious aspect of the holiday. And our Madonna container is decorated with a wide variety of things. Some beautiful white roses, some of our hot pink carnations, some of our light pink mini carnations, our statice. It is a beautiful design, very, very dramatic. Now we could combine this with the concept of the bunny, if we wanted to. I think a lot of it depends upon you, my viewer, and what your particular tastes are, and how you like to mix your things together. We certainly could do that. And notice that the whole impact Now when we place our Madonna with our little bunny or with our little bunnies is very, very different than when we were playing with the tower. It gives a totally different kind of an effect, a little bit more somber, a little bit more serious. We get in the concept of renewal of nature, the resurrection. It brings the whole thing together, but it does it on a more serious kind of level. It's a pretty little display. So when you're looking to come up with displays for this holiday, think in terms of groupings and think in terms of the various levels of symbolism that we can get involved with for this particular holiday. Now, my viewer, let's come up with another one, and in this particular one, let's make something in front of you. We have a container here. The container is already pretty much greened and it's almost ready to go, but this doesn't really say Easter, does it? Now it does. We're going to include, along with our container, a bunny. Our bunny here, or hare, happens to be a very, very cool bunny. And our bunny is kind of sitting there showing a little attitude. He's kind of cool, and he represents the holiday. Of course, we've got to add some flowers to this, and let's do that. We're going to start off in our design by starting off with a little bit of twigs to it, because twigs gives a very, very natural effect, gives a kind of a pretty effect to our design. And then let's mix some flowers in with it as well. We've got daisy palm, an athos palm here. In other words, we're going to build up something that is going to tie our container in with our little bunny. We have a variety of different things to play with on this, and so we're going to mix some things together. How about a nice white rose that's big and showy, and we'll stick a second rose into this design that's also going to give us a cool effect on this, tie it together. So what we're doing is we're playing with a combination of our bunny and our container that's going to definitely be decorated with flowers to really say Easter. Now, I'm also going to play with the concept here of the egg, and we have some eggs, little eggs that we've got made out of styrofoam, and they're painted different colors because, of course, when we think in terms of Easter, we think in terms of Easter eggs and the different colors of the eggs that they're painted. So we're going to work a few of these into our creation as well. And so I'm taking a few of these and working them in so that you can really come up with all kinds of different interesting effects when it comes to this particular holiday. Notice how the eggs give a kind of interesting feeling to it. Let's work a carnation in. We've got a pink carnation. And then we're going to mix a few other things in here. I have here a yellow carnation, so we're going to work that in as well. So notice that gradually we've got something that's working together with our bunny with a combination of different things. We've got some very, very nice yellow daisy palms. I'm going to work a few of those into our mix. So we'll take one here, place another one over here. How about something over on this side, because this side needs a few more flowers. Excuse me, bunny, while we do this. So we'll place one over here, and then maybe another one over on this side. In other words, we're creating something that's going to tie in the theme. I love this particular holiday because we can go with very, very cheerful colors, as you can see, and mix things together. And that's exactly what I'm doing here with a few more of my mini carnations, working them in. You'll notice, my viewer, that I am not necessarily going with the most expensive materials through the whole design, although our roses certainly are elaborate and pretty. I'm mixing everyday materials such as mini carnations and palms and things in here. And I'm doing that deliberately because we want to show you that you can very often just take small little things that you can get at your local florist or at your supermarket. Some of the little consumer packs, consumer packs that they have of mixtures of flowers, and you can come up with some very, very interesting things. Of course, you can also use tropical flowers and bulbs and all kinds of other materials that are found at this time of year. But the concept here is you can take everyday materials and come up with a very, very pretty display of flowers for your home. In other words, you can go to your local supermarket or to your local florist. You can buy some of these very inexpensive little groupings of flowers You can put them together. You can come up with all kinds of pretty effects and do something that is really going to show up very, very nicely and help you create a lovely display of flowers in your home. And you can see, my viewer, that this is coming together very, very nicely, quickly and easily in terms of mixing our materials together. Let's add another flower up here so that we have something together here. And notice that we have now another kind of display, with our cool bunny sitting here. Let's face our bunny over here with a few flowers mixed in. Oh, and of course our bunny should have a flower in his hand as well. What do you think, my viewer? Quick, easy, and fun. Quick and easy. That's the Rittner School way. And it was a real pleasure welcoming you into one of our classrooms today. When you think in terms of Easter, think in terms of not just one design, but putting together clusters of designs in displays for your home. These will enhance your home, make it look really nice, and they're a lot of fun to do. And as you could see in this video, we can vary the kind of theme, we can vary the kind of atmospherics by the kinds of materials that we choose to use in our displays. On behalf of all of us here at Rittner's Floral School, I'm Dr. Steve Rittner. We thank you for coming in and visiting our school today. Have a very, very happy Easter. Thank you.